Welcome back, garden friends. I'm just gonna do a kind of a quick citrus update, hardy citrus, and it's been a while since I've done one. So right here what we're looking at is my honey Changsha. This one I almost lost. I don't know if you've been following this, but I lost where it died all the way down to the roots, and then I waited almost like a year for something to pop up from the roots, because this was not originally not grafted. And then I as soon as that little growth down here popped up, it was hard enough or mature enough, I went ahead and got a scion and then grafted it on this rootstock way up here. This is at least 4 feet up, and now you can see it's come back, and it's been like a good number of years since well, actually this is maybe the first year it's going to be fruiting since I've regrafted it. And I had 2 citrus Changshas grafted here, and I'm pretty sure this was the honey Changsha, which is a selection that I made that it makes flavorful, juicy fruit. The thing with Changsha is usually these fruit are not, oops, one fell off. They're pretty insipid, where they don't really have a lot of flavor and they're really seedy. Well, this one is still seedy, but it makes good fruit, quality fruit. And we'll find out this year. Right next to it is right up here. I know the lighting is terrible because the sun is like right over us. It is a Yuzu seedling, and it's doing really well. This right here is just a rootstock. I usually kind of plant backup rootstocks next to my trees in the ground. That way if something dies, then I can regraft it. I'll have a rootstock all ready to go. Like this right here is just a backup Changsha, honey Changsha. So let's continue walking. I'll show you some more. This is my Taitri, and it's got a lot of fruits on it. It's always has a bumper crop. Even if it fruited like heavily the previous year, it'll still fruit the next year. Very reliable. Right here we're at where my Ventura Lemandarin is, and it's had problems with, well, the main problem it had is landscapers cut off a main branch off of this thing, but it's coming back. And let's look at these guys. What's up, fellas? Anyways, I guess they wanted to be in the video. So here is it's growing real tall. There's fruits on it, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Looks like it's finally kind of recovering from when the landscapers, there was like a big branch that was way over here and they cut the heck out of it. And I'm afraid this is going to happen with this too. This is my Ichang lemon. Last year it had a lot of fruit, and with a lot of the trees I'll show you today is they get into where they're alternate bearing, so they'll have a heavy fruit set, and either that winter they're gonna get beat by the cold, because they will be, it seems like they get at least 5 or 10 degrees more sensitive to cold. You'll notice if you grow hardy citrus, once your trees bear heavily the following year, or that winter, you're likely to get a lot of damage on the branches, especially the branches that carried a lot of fruit. And I'll show you on my Keraji what happened. So over here I got to back up Ichang papeda, because my original Ichang papeda is looking pretty terrible, but mainly just because the rootstock's dying off. This branch right here, or this section, which there's more to it, but this one section here I had been threatening to cut off, because this is a Citsuma. The Citsuma that just flowers heavily but does not want to bear any fruit. So I guess it heard me, and now I've finally got a couple of fruit on this Citsuma. There may hopefully be a couple more, but I've had fruit on this before, but it's been a long time. So looking forward, if these two hold, to do a taste testing for you guys. And we'll continue on. This is my Asian pear, which I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to. I keep debating if I want to cut this or not, because just so my citrus can have more light. But you know, it's pretty well established. You can see this trunk is pretty huge. So just an update on if you were following me when I did that graft on that volunteer persimmon rootstock. Yeah, this is the one I did on that video, and then it's growing fine. It took, luckily it took, and then it's grown fine here. And this is my Ichang papeda. You see how it looks mostly dead except for this one branch right here is alive. Same with this citrumelo. It doesn't look that great because mainly the rootstock is just, if I could show you right here, like half of it's brown. I don't know why that part's dying off. I need to graft more of these just so I don't lose the variety. Up here is my Taitri, which actually has a decent amount of fruit on it. Not a whole lot, but it's got some. But everything else here had so much fruit last year that it's taken a year off, which is fine. I mean, this is my Swingle. Swingle had a fair bloom, but I don't think it's holding any fruit at all, which is pretty surprising. I mean, it's pretty established, but yeah, it just goes to show you, if you have a heavy fruit set one year, next year you may not get any fruit. And we'll continue on. I want to show you a couple more things. This is just a random rootstock I planted. I had it in the pot forever. Finally planted it out and grafted a few things on it. There's not really anything on here except for up until this year, where now I have, this is a Rangpur times Troyer. Rangpur times Troyer, which I read that it has, well, it doesn't seem like it would have decent fruit, but it supposedly has not terrible tasting fruit, and if it's hardy enough to make it out here, then you know, it's just worth a try. So we're gonna give this a shot and see how this goes. You can see here it has one little tiny, it's hard to see in the video probably, but it has one little tiny bifoliate leaf there, but the rest of them are monofoliate. And right here, this is a, hard to tell, but this is a Seedless Kabosu graft. Hopefully it takes, but I've got other material ready just in case this one doesn't make it. So a couple of other new things. This right here is a new graft. It's a 5-star citrumelo. If you guys are into hardy citrus, this is one that a lot of people are trying to collect because supposedly has decent tasting fruit, and it's hardy and it's big fruit. So this is the 5-star citrumelo, and this one is called Poncirus Plus. This is also an interesting one. A lot of people the people who are into hardy citrus say this Poncirus Plus is worth growing because also it does not have terrible tasting fruit. So we'll see. Might get these planted out. Not sure if I'll plant them out this year or next year, but we'll let it grow out some, or maybe I'll just take scions of these and graft them out. Let me show you just a couple more trees. Persimmon, my Jujube, and I did have some, I don't know if you remember, I got a bunch of scions from, and I grafted them on. Some of them have taken. Oh, here's my pawpaws. The pawpaws, this branch broke because of the wind. I did get some decent fruit set on, or okay fruit set, I'd say. This is the mango and a bunch of different other grafts. My new grafts haven't flowered yet, but they're just still getting established. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 8 varieties on this one section. This part right here, I don't think there's really any fruit set on this. This is like a bunch of different varieties, random varieties that I grafted. Oh, here's one. This is, geez, I forgot what this is called. I gotta get it labeled. Oh, I think this is a Changsat bumper or something. I think it's bumper. So it does have a couple fruit on it. I just noticed that. There's bumper, there's Shakwasha, there's US 119 here, there's OP Nagami, there's a few different ones, and I grafted another Rusk times Troyer here. And we'll go around and I'll show you what I meant about the cold damage from a heavy fruit set in a sec. Now this is my another pawpaw KSU Atwood. Look at this cluster. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this cluster. A lot of people say thin them out, but nah, I'll just let them kind of do what they want to do. There's a couple fruit on here, down here too. So yeah, we'll let these all ripen up. Hopefully no one takes them like last year. I'm gonna probably put it like a little fence or net the whole thing in a few weeks. So last couple of things we're gonna just show you is that this is my Keraji mandarin. See here, right here, it's kind of like has sparse leaves on it. Actually, it hasn't grown much. This had tons of fruit on it, and you can see right up here where it had all the fruit. This whole section is brown and pretty much dead. And then same up here is where all the fruits were. That's where all the fruits were. Everywhere it had a lot of fruit, it's pretty much dead. So that will happen, at least in my experience. If you get a bunch of fruit set on certain trees, they will become, on cold hardy trees, they will become extra cold sensitive. And even though our winter was pretty mild last year, it really suffered a lot of damage, and it's just kind of sitting here. So yeah, this one is the Demicilli, looking pretty happy. Had some fruit on it last year, good number of fruit. Now this year there's just looks like a couple I'm just discovering. And even the precocious trifoliate, there's just like one right here. So it's, you know, the trees need a rest. There's one Shakwasha hanging up there, but yeah, it's okay. Let the trees rest, kind of grow and get more established. One last little tree we'll talk about for this hardy citrus little video is, this is kind of a special one. And this little community plot of rootstock, I grafted it's called a Sanford Curafora. This is the second generation one, where it has like the monofoliate leaves and the even better tasting fruit. I have the first generation Sanford Curafora. It has trifoliate leaves, and it's almost indistinguishable as far as how it looks from just regular trifoliate. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. This one may be less cold hardy, so you know, I'm gonna have to graft it up real high or make sure it gets established before I get it all planted out. But all right guys, so I hope you enjoyed this hardy citrus little video. It's been a while since I talked about them. It's been a bunch of like tropical trees, but yeah, as the season goes on and the fruit ripens up, there'll be more to show on these citrus trees. All right guys, I will see you next time. Take care. Last little bonus tree I wanted to show you. I forgot about this one until just a second ago. This is it's called a Carolina lime. So this one has come from Stan McKenzie. I think he discovered it out somewhere out there. I'm not really even sure the history of it, but it is supposedly really hardy. And I guess maybe, you know, judging from the name of the tree, Carolina lime, maybe this could be like a lime substitute. But it has beautiful like leaves. They're kind of big, a lot of monofoliate and occasional tri and bifoliate leaves. But the way they look really cool. They're nice, and they look like kind of, I guess, look like lemon leaves in a way, with the bonus tries in here. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I got it grafted up on this rootstock where you can see I've had a couple of failures. This was a fail graft, and then there's Sometimes you have to, you know, graft. If they die off, then you let the rootstock grow again and you try again. But yeah, so these finally took on this tree. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes and one day sample the fruit. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Okay, all right, we'll sign off for now.